What's up, guys? Brown Sugar Babe here. Hope all is well. Okay, I'm going to assume at this point that everyone has already seen the Queen Sheba interview with Martell Holt. Queen Sheba, excellent job on the interview. Okay, so I'm going to offer some quick thoughts on what got me to thinking. And to be honest, guys, it was a lot of what he did not say. Okay, I found it extremely disturbing. But before I get into my commentary, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you for your support. Now, it appears, at least from my vantage point, that Martell wanted to use the interview as another pit stop in proclaiming some type of quote-unquote victory in the custody battle. Okay, mind you, his request to have the children full-time was denied, and the joint physical custody and scheduled parenting time remains the same. It appears, however, that what is new in their custody arrangement is that the court has ordered that both parties will have the right of first refusal. Now, during this interview, instead of him getting to quote-unquote celebrate this right of first refusal, Martell instead, as you all know, incriminated himself by not only admitting to sending Melody a screenshot of an intimate moment between the two in an effort to get her to stop talking about him. Mind you, when he sent her that screenshot, she was responding to a live in real time that he had just did, okay? So he not only admitted to sending her the screenshot, but he acknowledged that his actions could have been perceived as a threat to publicly expose that intimate moment, okay? Remember when he said, oh, I could see her thinking that I would, publicly expose that, okay? But what does he say in his defense? Something to the effect of, well, but it's okay because I never released the video. It never got out, so all is well. Here's the problem with that, okay? The fact that you threatened her and you knew she took it as such and you never reached out to her soon after or right after to say, listen, I'm sorry about that. Please don't take it anyway. I'm in my feelings, my bad. What that means to me is that you not only meant for her to shut up right then and there, but you meant for her to shut up in the future as well. Okay? You left the threat open-ended to the point where attorneys got involved. Okay? Because according to you, it was brought up in court. So that would mean you didn't shut that shit down right away because you meant for her to take it as a threat for now and for later. Okay, now let's bring Arionne into this. When Queen Sheba asked Martell how did he feel that Arionne shared with Carson such a personal, intimate moment about him and Mel, notice he never said, Arionne knows nothing about any intimate moment with my ex-wife and I. Remember, I told y'all I had a problem with what he did not say, right? Instead, his response to Queen Sheba, he basically said, Carson pretended to be a friend and Arionne made a mistake by talking to Carson, okay? So by his very own admission, whatever is on that tape, he in fact did share it with his side chick. Now, when it came to the allegations that he asked Arionne to create a fake page and post the intimate moment as though it was Mel and another man, he denies that he asked Arionne to do this, right? Notice, however, he doesn't deny the very idea of creating the fake page. He doesn't say, Queen Sheba, hey, I know me and Melly are not on good terms, but one thing for sure, I would never, ever think of ever doing something like that. Instead, what does he say? Well, if I were to create a fake page, I wouldn't do it that way, asking Arionne to create it. I would do it this way, create the fake page myself. Y'all caught that, right? He was supposed to say, I would never, ever plot to do anything like that, much less ask someone to carry it out for me. Instead, he essentially says, I don't need help doing X, Y, and Z. I can do it on my own. So what does that tell you? In my opinion, it tells me that by the very least, he contemplated it, and he contemplated it out loud, to the point where Arionne is aware of these thoughts. But let's give him the benefit of the doubt that he did not ask Arionne to do anything with the tape. But she has an idea of how he may want to use the tape. So what does she do? She tells all her Instagram followers that she has just created a Twitter page and she's going to begin spilling the tea. You can see it there right on the screen, and shout out to content creators on What's Happening and True Tea for these receipts. So yeah, Arionne goes on Twitter in 2021, the year 2021, and says, How you call me a hoe? She's referring to Mel. How you call me a hoe, but you was married. You was a married woman in hotels sucking peen. Then she goes on to say, and not your husband's. Okay, so this is her basically saying she got receipts on Mel being promiscuous. Here's the problem. Y'all, one thing about real, genuine receipts, there is no need to explain what the receipt is and what the receipt isn't. Real receipts are not vague. They're not ambiguous. They are self-explanatory, right? Real receipts authenticate itself. So why the need to explain that this receipt that you have on Mel is not her husband's peen tells me that you intend to doctor, to change, to edit the original form of that tape to fit the "and it wasn't your husband's peens" narrative. She told on herself on Twitter, okay? This is the tweedledee, tweedledum shit her and Martell be doing. They just be telling on themselves. But this is why I 100% believe that there was something said between Martell and Arionne about creating a fake page. Allegedly, but this is my opinion. That the conversation regarding the tape, it went beyond the content of the tape. It was, what can I do with this tape? My opinion. But what is unclear is whether or not he directed her to do it, or did she go on Twitter and threaten to quote unquote expose Mel on her own initiative. Okay, you guys will have to tell me that. Tell me your theory of that in the comments. Okay, next let's move on to the part of the interview where Martell appeared to be adamant that Arionne should be on the show to quote unquote defend herself. But notice he could not even say exactly what she would be defending. Now, Queen Sheba asked multiple times, like, hey, what would she say? He couldn't answer. Here's my theory, guys. And let's pretend that he is genuine about wanting her on the show. Let's just pretend, right? Martell would not want Arionne on the show to defend herself. He would want her on the show to defend him. Yes, he believes he can use her and Knox to defend his image, to soften up his image. Guys, hear me out, right? Remember, the dynamic between Melody and Martell is completely different from the Arionne-Martell dynamic. You see, he doesn't have an unhealthy obsession with Arionne like he does with Mel. He isn't out to destroy Arionne. He doesn't blame her for his demise. He's never dragged her into court to control her parenting time with the child they share. He doesn't cyberstalk her or make up lies about her. So the strenuous relationship that you see on screen with Mel and Martell, you will see the complete opposite with Arionne and Martell. Why? Because Arionne is smitten by Martell. She gets googly-eyed over him. To me, she acts like a fan of his. She acts like a pick-me. And despite the fact that he destroyed his family unit, she believes he is the best father to walk this earth, okay? So how will this benefit him? Well, by using her and Knox, he's going to look so cool, calm, and collected, okay? Everything is going to look like roses and fairy tales. There will be no animosity, no attitude, no one raising their voice, nothing. The co-parenting is going to look so amicable, like a dream, okay? This is what he wants. He wants to show everyone that Mel was the problem and not him. He believes this will then bolster his image into a more positive light. Okay, so sorry, Arionne. You see, it's never about you. It's always about Martell. Because at the end of the day, there is nothing for you to defend. Plus, he already told us on the show why he stepped out. And then you told us he was chasing you. So there go your defense, his defense, right there. Okay, there's nothing more to say on this topic. And that ain't even a defense. But hey, if that's the best y'all could do, y'all already said what needed to be said, and the viewers have moved on. Now, let's move forward and let's talk about Martell revealing that the children that he shares with Melody, also known as the M&M kids, the judge has prohibited Mel and Martell from posting the children, okay? This appeared to have came at Martell's request, okay, under the guise of he wants to protect his children, okay? But now we are seeing that this whole protect the kids thing is a lie. And folks are calling him out on his hypocrisy because not only did he post Knox, but he tagged Knox's social media page, right? He tagged it to direct all of his thousands of followers to the little boy's page. Martell knowing a good chunk of his followers don't like Martell. So this doesn't look like a whole lot of protection to me. But here's my thoughts on him posting Knox. Who cares? Let him. Because if you got 5 kids and you continuously post one, you continuously talk about one, what will it start to look like? Like you have a favorite child. Court order or not, that's just how it's going to look. And whatever backlash he gets from it, from his own children, never mind the public, but from his own children, the M&M kids, as they get older, that's what he gets, okay? Because at the end of the day, in the words of our sister Nene Leakes, you never win when you play dirty. And what we now know is that it was never about protection. It was about controlling Melody, okay? So guys, let me know your thoughts on my various theories here. Like I said, I'm unclear on whether or not Martell directed Arionne to create a fake page, or was it something she may have wanted to do on her own and kind of threw his name in there, or it could be a combination of the two. Also, what are your thoughts on my theory regarding the real reason why Martell would want Arionne on the show, which is to use her and Knox to somehow soften his image, in light of the fact that it appears that Arionne and Martell's relationship is just not tense. It's not strenuous. At least it doesn't appear like that, okay, versus Martell and Melody. Or you guys can just share your comment, on anything that would add to this discussion, okay? I will, of course, meet you in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Take care.